the clutch. If we could understand what the clutch is and what clutch does, we will only then master what the clutch control is. Hi, welcome to Driving TV, and I hope you are well. Let's start the lesson. Okay, so let's talk about the clutch and the clutch control. Firstly, if we get to know the clutch and we understand what the clutch is and what the clutch does, only then we will fully understand what the clutch control is. Because if we understand what the clutch and what clutch does in a manual car, only then we learn clutch control fully, because we will know then what the clutch control is all about. If you understand what the clutch control is, when you are doing it, when you are doing the practice, it will be easier for you because you fully understand what the clutch is and what the clutch does. So let's talk about the clutch first. In a manual car, for us to move the car, we need the clutch. We move the car with the clutch. Many learners or many drivers, they think that it's the gas or the accelerator moves the car. It doesn't. It's not the gas or the accelerator. It's the clutch moves the car in the beginning. So for you to move the car from a stationary position, so now I am parked up on a flat road. For me to move the car now, I can't move the car. It doesn't matter how much gas I give. Even if I give the gas all the way to the floor, it's not going to move. For me to move the car now, I will need the clutch. Without the clutch, I can't move the car. Okay, so first of all, for us to understand, in a manual car, for us to move the car, we need the clutch. That's the first thing we need to understand, we need to know. It's not the gas. The gas, or we call it the accelerator, which is this one, it doesn't move the car. So that's the first thing you need to understand, okay? Make sure remember, is the clutch moves the car. Manual car is moved by the clutch, okay? I hope that's clear to you. So for us to move the car, what we do is we put the clutch down to the floor. We put it down to the floor. No gear, nothing, no gas at the moment, okay? So no gas, nothing, just the clutch down. When we put the clutch down, what happens? There are two discs, okay? Two discs, it goes apart, okay? So when you put the clutch down, there's two discs here, okay? Make sure you remember this. There's two discs. As you put the clutch down, both of the discs goes apart. One of the discs is connected to the engine, and one is connected to the wheel and the gearbox. When you put the clutch down to the floor, both of the discs goes apart. Okay, now both of them needs to work together to move the car. That is clutch control. Okay, so you put the clutch down, both of them goes apart. One is connected to the engine and one is connected to the wheel or the gearbox. Okay, you go to first gear as soon as you put the clutch down, and then you lift the clutch up. As you bring the clutch up, both of the discs comes together. Both of them comes together. Now if you bring it up quickly, you're going to stall the car. Make sure remember this. Both of the discs needs to come really slowly together for it to work together, okay? So when you put the clutch down, it goes apart, and if you bring it up quickly, you will stall the car. This is why many learners in the beginning, they keep on stalling the car. Why? Because they lift the clutch too quickly. You need to bring it up really slowly, okay? So clutch down, goes apart, bring the clutch up slowly so it comes together really slowly, and then you come to a point where we call it biting point, which is around halfway the clutch, okay? So bring it up to the biting. Now the question is, how do I know where the biting point is? Because a different car, the biting point will be different, because some clutch needs to come up more than others, some needs to come less than others, okay? So you need to find the biting point. How would you know where the biting point is? You will know because soon as the clutch comes to the biting point, you will see the car wants to go. It wants to go, number one. Number two, you will see the bonnet going up a little. So the bonnet goes up a little. Also, the engine noise will change. So these are the clues you will know what the biting point is. And you will know that by practice. For now, you need to know we need to bring the clutch to the biting point, okay? When we bring it up to the biting point, this is when both of the discs is working together. Now it's working for the car to move. The power is gone, so now the engine will help the wheel to move the car, okay? So both of the discs, one of the engine, one of the wheel is going to work together, and it's going to work. Like I said, so both of them working together. So clutch down, disc goes apart, you go to first gear, and then you bring the clutch up slowly. Bring it up really slowly, like I said, not quickly or you will stall the car. Really slowly, up to the biting point around here, just say biting. You felt it because maybe you heard the engine noise changes or the bonnet goes up and you know that's the biting. Now both of them are working together. Okay, so when you come to the biting, you take the handbrake off and fraction more up and car starts to move. Now both of this disc working together and the car is moving. When the car starts to move, what do you do with the clutch? You hold it there for a few seconds. Many learners, they make that mistake. For you to do the clutch control to move the car, hold the clutch at the biting for a few seconds, let the car roll for a while. Let it roll. When the car starts to roll, gradually bring the clutch up. Done. And then you give little gas, car starts to go, and then you go up to 10 miles per hour, you go to second gear. So that's the clutch control. Okay, so let's see how that works, the clutch control in practice. Okay, so we need to start the car. In this car, we need to put the clutch down to start the car. So the engine is on now. Okay, so the engine is on. This is our gas and this is our clutch. Okay, we need to move the car now with the clutch control. What do? Clutch down all the way to the floor, go to first gear. So now clutch down, first gear. What else do we need? We need to give little gas. Remember, when the clutch comes to the biting point, it needs to find little gas to move the car. And earlier I said the gas doesn't move the car. It doesn't mean you don't need the gas at all. It's the clutch moves the car, but when the clutch comes to the biting point, it needs to find little gas to move the car. Okay, so we give gas around 1500 rev. If it's a flat road, it's around 1500. If it's uphill, it's around 2000 rev. Okay, so give gas around 1500. Done. And now we need to bring the clutch up. Remember, both of the disc is now apart. I'm bringing the clutch up really slowly, and I'm trying to find the biting point. Remember, the disc is now coming together. If I let it go really quickly, what's going to happen? I will stall the car. So really slowly it's coming. So really slowly it's coming. That's the biting. I could feel the bite. This is the biting point. Okay, and now what do? Handbrake off, fraction more clutch up, and car is going. Now the car is going, I'm going to hold it there. I'm just going to hold the clutch there. So I'm going to hold it. Now the car is moved off. Gradually bring the clutch up and car starts to go. Can you see? Now you speed up and obviously clutch down and you go to second gear and you drive on. Okay, so did you understand that? Okay, so just one more time, I'm going to put the clutch down, go to first gear, and I'm going to give some gas. Okay, like I said before, it's not the gas moves the car, but you still need some gas to move the car. When the clutch comes to the biting, remember biting, it bites, it needs to find some gas to move the car. It's not the gas moves the car, but you still need some gas to move the car. It's the clutch moves the car. So I got the clutch down, I go to first gear, both of the discs is now apart. So I'm going to bring the clutch up really slowly. What's happening? Both of the discs coming together. If I lift it quickly, what's going to happen? I will stall the car. So really slowly it's coming up. Now it's moving. I hold. It's working now. It's working. I hold the clutch. Now the car moves off fully. Gradually bring all the way up, the clutch all the way up, and give a little gas. I move off 10 miles per hour and I go to second gear. And that's how I do the clutch control, and that's how I move the car. So that's it for this video, and I hope you understand. Make sure you remember to understand what the clutch is, what the clutch does, and then there are two discs. Both of those discs needs to work together for you to do the clutch control. If you could imagine that, get that picture in your mind, there's two discs, it will help you to understand to bring the clutch up really slowly. Otherwise, you're going to lift it really quickly and you're going to stall the car. Okay, so I hope this video helps for you to understand what the clutch control is. And if you need extra help on learning to drive and to pass the driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course, which gives everything a learner needs to learn to drive and to pass the driving test. The course has more than 30 videos in it. It also has the clutch control explains fully so that you understand. It has, like I said, more than 30 videos in the course. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read, and if you like it, you could always join the course. and I hope the video helps. If it does, please do give a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so don't miss any of my future videos, and hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.